You're watching the news or you're scrolling through Twitter, and these three-letter acronyms start flying around. GDP is up, CPI is cooling, PPI is a warning sign. Today, I want to strip away the jargon, just the real talk on what these actually mean for your wallet, your job, and your future. First up, GDP. If you're writing this on a board, just draw a giant, miles-long receipt. GDP is basically the total value of every single thing a country produced in a specific time, usually a year. It's the ultimate scoreboard. Imagine you have a neighborhood. Kid A sells $5 worth of lemonade. Neighbor B pays a teenager $20 to mow the lawn. The local hardware store sells a $50 shovel. The GDP of that neighborhood? $75. Now, scale that up to the entire US or the EU. It's every iPhone sold, every Tesla built, every legal fee paid, and every KFC. In Western economies, GDP equals C plus I plus G plus X, M. Don't panic, it's simple. C consumption, this is the big daddy. It's about 70% of the US economy. It's you buying shoes, Netflix subscriptions, and coffee. I investment, businesses buying tools or building factories. G government, the government buying fighter jets or paving roads. XM, exports minus imports. Why does it matter to you? If GDP is growing, businesses are making bank, they're hiring, and raises are on the table. If GDP shrinks for 2 quarters in a row, we call that the R-word recession. That's when the giant receipt gets shorter and suddenly companies start looking at who they can lay off. Okay, so GDP tells us the economy is busy, but is it healthy? That's where CPI comes in, Consumer Price Index. If GDP is the giant receipt, CPI is your fixed shopping basket. Every month, government researchers go out and check the prices of about 80,000 items. They put in a gallon of milk, a gallon of gas, a month of rent, a pair of Nikes, a trip to the dentist. Let's say last year that basket cost $100. This year the exact same stuff costs $108. That's an 8% CPI increase, or what we usually call inflation. This is why your $15 an hour job feels like a $12 an hour job compared to 3 years ago. If CPI goes up faster than your paycheck, you're getting poorer even if your bank balance stays the same. Now, most people have heard of CPI because we feel it at the checkout, but the real insiders watch PPI, Producer Price Index. Think of this as inflation at the factory door. The pizza shop scenario. Before you buy a pizza for $20, the shop owner has to buy flour and yeast, huge blocks of cheese, cardboard boxes, gas for the delivery car. The PPI tracks what the business owner pays for those raw materials. If the price of wheat and cardboard spikes today, PPI goes up, the pizza shop owner isn't just going to be a nice guy and lose money. They're going to wait a month, look at their bills, and raise the price of your pepperoni slice. PPI today is usually CPI in 3 months. If you see PPI jumping, go ahead and tighten your belt now because the retail price hikes are already in the mail. I want to leave you with something the textbooks won't tell you. These numbers are, well, they're imperfect. 1. GDP is blind to quality of life. If a massive hurricane hits the coast and destroys 5,000 homes, GDP actually spikes. Why? Because we spend billions on lumber, labor, and new appliances to rebuild. Does that mean the hurricane was good? No. It means GDP measures activity, not wealth. 2. When calculating CPI, if the price of steak goes up 50%, the government assumes you'll just buy chicken instead. So, they might lower the weight of steak in the basket. It's called hedonic adjustment. It makes the number look a little prettier than what you actually feel at the store. 3. The shrinkflation ghost. PPI might stay the same, and CPI might look stable, but have you noticed your bag of chips is 20% air now? Or your Oreo pack has fewer cookies? That's shrinkflation. The price stays the same, but the value drops. GDP and CPI struggle to capture this perfectly. The next time some pundit on TV starts yelling about economic headwinds, you don't have to change the channel. You know the game. You know that if PPI is up and GDP is flat, we're in for a rough ride. Drop a comment and let me know. See you in the next one.